Hello, beautiful, bold, and beautiful family. Welcome back to the channel where the drama never sleeps, the secrets explode like fireworks, and the Forrester empire teeters on the edge of chaos. Today, on this scorching Monday, July 3rd, the bold and the beautiful delivered an episode that left us gasping, clutching our pearls, and rewinding scenes just to process the sheer intensity. If you missed Detour, if you're like me and need to relive every jaw-dropping moment, buckle up. Because we're diving deep into the whirlwind that unfolded at the Forrester Gallery, the design office, and beyond. This wasn't just another day in Los Angeles. This was a symphony of betrayal, redemption pleas, lingering shadows from the past, and romantic tensions that could ignite the entire city. Grab your coffee or something stronger, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's unpack every pulse-pounding detail. Trust me, by the end of this over 2,000-word epic breakdown, you'll be begging for Tuesday's episode. The storm brews at the Forrester Gallery. Elektra's nightmare becomes reality. Picture this. The Forrester Gallery, usually a sanctuary of glittering gowns, sparkling jewels, and high society glamour, transforms into a den of dread under the harsh fluorescent lights. The air is thick with the scent of fresh paint from new designs and the faint perfume of Forrester legacy. Elektra Forrester, our fierce yet vulnerable heroine, strides in with purpose, her heels clicking like gunshots on the polished marble floor. She's there to oversee a new collection launch, her mind buzzing with creative visions and the lingering ache of recent heartbreaks. But fattier, should I say, sheer terror has other plans. Enter Remy. Oh, Remy, the man who slithers into the scene like a shadow detaching from the wall. He's Dec's boyfriend, the one who's been painting himself as the perfect partner, the reformed soul who's left his dark past behind. But as Remy locks eyes with Elektra across the crowded gallery, time freezes. Elektra's face drains of color, her perfectly applied lipstick suddenly seeming to break against her pallor. Her hands tremble as she clutches a clipboard, the papers rustling like dry leaves in a graveyard wind. This isn't just recognition. This is visceral horror. Remy isn't just any ex or rivals the monster who tormented her, the architect of her deepest nightmares. Flashbacks hit us like a tidal wave, courtesy of the show's masterful editing. We see it all in Elektra's haunted eyes. The deepfake photos Remy meticulously crafted, twisting innocent moments into obscene lies. Photos that made Elektra question her sanity, her relationships, her very worth. He didn't just stalk her, he isolated her, manipulating circumstances so that he became her only safe harbor in a sea of suspicion. "You're the only one who understands me," he'd whisper in those fabricated scenarios, his voice a velvet trap. Elektra endures humiliation that cuts deeper than any knife whispers at parties, judgmental glances from colleagues. The erosion of her confidence until she was a shell of the bold Forrester woman we know. Now in the gallery, Elektra's fight or flight kicks in. But she's no damsel, she's a Forrester. With a steely resolve that could shatter glass, she puts Remy on high alert. "Stay away from me," she hisses, her voice low but laced with venom, drawing curious glances from nearby guests. She immediately texts Deke, her fingers flying over the screen. He's here. The stalker. "Your boyfriend," updates fled Dec's fanivery glance Remy steals, every step he takes too close. Elektra's heart races, adrenaline surging as she recounts the horror story to Deke later over a frantic phone call. "It was like living in a nightmare I couldn't wake from," she confesses, her voice breaking. The pursuit scenes replay in her mind, Remy lurking in shadows outside her apartment, anonymous messages that made her skin crawl, the deepfakes that nearly destroyed her reputation. This isn't just drama, it's a psychological thriller unfolding in broad daylight. Allies rally, but forgiveness hangs by a thread. As the gallery buzzes with tension, Elektra isn't alone. Enter Ivy Forrester, the elegant aunt with a spine of steel, and Will, the loyal friend who's always got her back. Ivy, sensing the shift in the air like a predator detecting blood, pulls Elektra aside into a private alcove lined with abstract art pieces that suddenly seem to mock the chaos. "Darling, what's wrong?" "You look like you've seen a ghost," Ivy says, her British accent clipping with concern. Elektra spills it all: deepfakes, the isolation tactics, the terror that still wakes her in sweats. Will, overhearing, joins them, his face hardening. "That bastard," he mutters, fists clenching. They form a protective circle around Elektra, eyes darting to Remy, who lingers near a display of diamond-encrusted accessories, feigning interest. Remy, cornered by the weight of exposed sins, doesn't flee. No, he approaches with the audacity of a man clinging to a lifeline. Tears well in his ice reel or crocodile, we wonder. As he falls to his knees in the middle of the gallery, guests gasp, phones discreetly rising to capture the spectacle. "Elektra, please," he begs, voice cracking like thunder. "I've changed. That was the old me, buried and gone. Forgive me. I swear on everything I hold dear, I'll never hurt you again." It's a performance worthy of an Emmy, his hands reaching out pleadingly, but Elektra recoils as if burned. Ivy steps forward, a guardian angel and designer wear. "You think tears erase the scars? Get out before I call security." Will echoes her, his support unwavering. But the seed of doubt is planted as Remy truly reformed. Deck's world shatters, confrontation in the design office. Cut to Deke, rushing to the Forrester Creations headquarters, his mind a tornado of confusion and dread. He's assured Elektra and the others earlier via group chat, "I knew nothing about this." Remy never breathed a word, but horror grips him as the pieces click. His boyfriend, the man he's fallen for, is a monster. Deck's love for Remy is genuine, built on the now version, the charming, attentive partner who's made him laugh, feel seen, feel alive. Yet, the revelations horrify him to his core. The climax builds in the design office, a room usually alive with sketches, fabric swatches, and creative energy. Now, it's a battlefield. Deke drags Remy inside, slamming the door so hard the framed photos on the wall rattle. The room smells of coffee and ink, but the atmosphere is suffocating. "What the hell were you thinking?" Deke roars, his voice echoing off the high ceilings. He paces like a caged lion, gesturing wildly at printouts of the deepfakes Elektra forwarded. Deepfakes? Stalking. Making her life a living hell so she'd run to you. That's not love, that's crazy. Remy, cornered against a drafting table piled with half-finished gowns, lets the tears flow freely now. Sobs rock his body, dramatic and raw, as he sinks into a chair. "Deke, listen to me," he pleads, voice hoarse with emotion. That was the old Remy. Desperate, lost, obsessed. But you've seen the real me now, man who wakes up thinking of you, who cooks your favorite meals, who dreams of a future together. I swear, I'll never do anything like that again. Judge me for who I am today, not the ghost of yesterday. It's a heartfelt monologue, Remy's eyes searching Dex for a flicker of the love that sustained them. He reaches out, fingers brushing Dex's arm, a touch that's both tender and desperate. Deke wavers, his heart warring with his head. He's fallen hard for this new Remite one who whispers sweet nothings, who supports his ambitions at Forrester. "I want to believe you," Deke admits, his voice softening as he slumps into the opposite chair, the leather creaking under his weight. The room falls silent except for Remy's sniffles and the distant hum of the air conditioning. But doubt creeps in like fog rolling over the Hollywood hills. Deck's mind races to Luna Remy's ex, the one tangled in prison drama. He's warned Remy explicitly, stay away from her. She's trouble, and I won't have it poisoning us. What if Remy isn't over his scheming ways? What if this redemption is just another manipulation? The tension peaks when a stray notification pings on Deck's phony a prison visitor log tip from a mutual friend. Remy's face pales as Deke confronts him. "You've been to see Luna. In prison." "After I told you no." Remy's excuses tumble out. It was closure, nothing more. But the damage is done. Deck's trust fractures, the design office feeling smaller, the walls closing in. Has Remy visited Luna to plot, to relive old habits? The question hangs heavy unanswered, leaving Deke staring out the window at the LA skyline, wondering if love can conquer a past this poisonous. Deacon's dilemma, ignoring the spark with Taylor. Meanwhile, across town, Deacon Sharp navigates his own emotional minefield. The man who's reformed from villain to anti-hero tries to play it cool, but his heart betrays him. Taylor Hayes lingers in his thoughts like a forbidden melody. They've shared glances, conversations that dance too close to the flame, moments where the air crackles with unspoken desire. But Deacon's committed or trying to beto stability, to Sheila, to a life without chaos. In a quiet moment at A. Al Giardino, his restaurant haven, Deacon pours a drink, the amber liquid swirling like his turmoil. Ignore it, he mutters to himself, slamming the glass down. Taylor's laugh echoes in his memory, her wisdom, her vulnerability after her own heartbreaks. It's not easy. Every fiber screams to reach out, to confess the pull. But he resists, focusing on the present. Sheila enters, her presence a whirlwind of energy, and Deacon seizes the distraction. "I have news," he says, pulling her into a booth upholstered in deep red velvet. The restaurant's ambient lighting casts dramatic shadows, mirroring the conversation. Hope and Liam Thayer planning the wedding. It's happening. Sheila's eyes light up, her rare genuine smile cracking her tough exterior. "That's wonderful, Deacon." A girl, finding happiness. She reacts positively, no jealousy, just maternal pride twisted through her complex lens. "I want to be there," she declares, gripping his hand. "By your side for the ceremony. We deserve this joy." Deacon nods, but his mind drifts back to Taylor. The internal battle rages loyalty to Sheila versus the magnetic draw of what could be. It's a subplot simmering with potential explosion, adding layers to an already packed episode. The aftermath, lingering questions, and teasers for tomorrow. As the episode fades to black on Deck's tormented expression in the design office, with Remy pleading in the background, we're left breathless. Elektra, bolstered by Abby and Will, stands taller, but the horror story she shared with Deke will echo. Remy's tears and promises hang in the redemption or ruse. Deck's discovery of the Luna prison visits could shatter everything, especially if more secrets spill. And Deacon. His attempt to ignore Taylor feels doomed, a spark waiting for oxygen. This July 3rd installment wasn't just soap opera. It was a masterclass in suspense, character depth, and emotional whiplash. The Forrester Gallery transformed from elegance to epicenter of confrontation. Deepfakes as a weapon. Genius modern twist that hits too close to home. Remy's breakdown to streaming, voice breaking humanized him just enough to make us question, can people change? Deck's horror, his love clashing with betrayal, tugs at the heartstrings. And those side threads Sheila's wedding excitement, Deacon's suppressed feelings surmise fireworks. What did you think, fam? Will Deke forgive Remy, or is the Luna visit the final straw? Drop your theories in the comments, spill the tea. Smash that like button if this recap had you on the edge of your seat. Subscribe for daily B&B breakdowns and hit the bell so you never miss the drama. Tomorrow promises more. Will Elektra confront Remy head-on? Will Taylor make a move on Deacon? Stay tuned, because in the bold and the beautiful, the boldest twists are yet to come. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more updates on the bold and the beautiful.